Hey, hey, hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our episode for today. Welcome to the Sai Montes Show. So, if you are watching this on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, or in my free business group on Facebook, hi, hello. Thank you for being with us today. And if you're listening to this episode on my podcast, The Sai Montes Show, it's available on Spotify and on Apple Podcast. Hello as well. So now we're going to do our episode differently because I invited one of my coaching clients in our episode for today. And I'm so excited to introduce her and to start the conversation about what we're in for this day. So what we're going to talk about. So just to give you a quick background, right? I ran a group coaching program last year where I helped entrepreneurs like this client that I will introduce in a bit, and just like you as well, where I help entrepreneurs learn the art of doing business. Yes, there's an art to everything and also doing business, especially online. I decided to run this coaching program because you know what happened last year, right? So we everything got canceled and our world stopped for a few days or months and everything shifted. And for us entrepreneurs, it the impact is so real. I mean, hashtag the struggle is real because it the world did not just stop, it basically had a 360 turn. The way we do business before, like the signages, the events, the sale events that we go to, the bazaars and things like that, it's not applicable anymore. So for most of the entrepreneurs, the way to really survive last year was to bring your business online. And it's so sad that actually I've lost some of my favorite brands um, along the way because some really do like they went bankrupt, and that's when I decided, okay, I had to teach a group of people how to survive the pandemic, how to do business online, and how to do it so well that even if the pandemic is over, they can still continue this as another arm in their business, another way for them to market, promote, and another way for them to sell as well. So, in the group coaching program, I call this one, by the way, the social media and business blueprint coaching program. I help my clients discover their brand essence. We really got clear on their marketing message. What are they really all about? What's their business truly at its core? And this is a 12-week coaching program where we go through all of the branding, marketing, and sales aspect of doing a business online and doing it successfully throughout the 12 weeks. So every week, along with other entrepreneurs, we meet every week and we go through all of these um, like topics and like our usual struggles as entrepreneurs. And I help them break through that every single week for 12 weeks. So I also help them promote their products and their services and how to really market their offers on social media and how to fully use the platform, social media, whether that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is that you want to use in your business, how to fully use that to attract your ideal clients, to get more leads in your pipeline, how to increase your sales, and ultimately grow your business. And hear me out on this one, without a website and without running any Facebook ad, any advertising on social media. So I know that's the part that you like, right? So that was the group coaching. That was really what the group coaching was all about. And when I say without running ads, it's basically you paying for traffic, you paying for, engagement, things like that. So I help them with that. And I'm so happy and so excited to introduce one of my clients inside the social media and business blueprint program. But before we go to her, if you're watching us live right now, comment hashtag live And if you're watching the replay, comment hashtag replay. It's okay if you're watching the replay because I know you guys are busy, but I want you to really watch this video from beginning until the end because I know that you will learn a lot of things in this video and also in the learnings of my client in this video that she will share with us in a few moments. So if you just hopped in, again, hi, my name is Sai Montes. I'm your online business coach, and we are going to interview one of my clients inside my social media and business blueprint coaching program. So without any further ado, I know I just keep on, talking and talking. And without any further ado, I'd like to call on the founder and the entrepreneur behind TekCreate. Hi, CJ. Hi, how
Hello,
are
good
you?
day.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, we don't know when they're going to watch this one. Hi, how are
Mhm.
you?
I'm good. Okay naman. Busy na hindi.
Busy na
Oh,
hindi.
yeah.
I know that your schedule is really packed, and thank you for squeezing this interview in your calendar. And I, again, just to give an idea to some of the people watching this one, CJ is one of my coaches inside the social media and business blueprint coaching program. And we're here today to share some of her learnings and her journey inside the coaching program so that you can learn as well. Sometimes I know some parts of this video you'll pick up some things or two, so make sure that you have your pen and paper with you today because I know that you're going to note down a lot of things. So if you're ready, we are ready. CJ,
Yes,
ready? Right,
yes.
let's start. Okay, so we have I have some questions for CJ
Okay.
right here for you.
May
I
exam na
You can
kaagad.
do this.
It brings me back to my coaching sessions.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? Because
Oo.
we ran the coaching program last year, and we went through 12 weeks of scrutiny.
Yeah. Oo, scrutiny talaga.
So CJ, before we
Okay.
dive into your experience sa coaching program natin, like, can you like briefly tell us who are you? What's the name of your company, TekCreate, and what does your company do?
Okay, so my name is CJ Regala Kasuga. That's my complete name. And I am the co-founder, director of TekCreate Philippines. And what TekCreate does is we partner with international companies so that we can provide library or the school with educational online resources. So our partners are from US, from the UK, Singapore, and all of them have been in the educational business for decades, like literally decades. So, like for example, we have one info-based publishing. They're actually celebrating 80 years this 2021 of providing schools. Yeah, ang tagal na, no? Of
Yeah.
providing schools and libraries with academic resources. So obviously 80 years ago, they were into we were originally print publishers, and then they've evolved, okay, as of course as the time went along. So right now they are into providing online resources, databases, video streaming resources for K-12, for higher education or college, for private schools and public schools and public libraries as well.
And that's perfect because in today's time, we're filming this one during the pandemic, and that's what the education system needs right now, whether it's private, public, whatever the
Yes.
classification is, this is something that they need, right, CJ?
Yes, definitely. This is something that can help the library, the school with their online schooling and even teaching. Kasi it does not only help the students, it also help and assist the teachers
Mhm.
na maging seamless, na maayos, or even na support na additional resources that they need para mas maging engaging, mas
Yeah.
maging parang interesting sa mga bata yung mga tinuturo nila. Kasi right now, everybody's just looking in front of the the screen, the children
Yeah.
and everything. So mahirap na maiwasan yung antukin yung bata, especially at the morning. So they really need something that will engage them, something that they really will find interesting. And that is where the resources of InfoBase, which is exclusively represented by TekCreate in the Philippines, that's
Mhm.
where we can come in.
Wow, that's nice. But under TekCreate, your clients basically are secured because they know that the solutions that you have are basically in the industry for 80 years, right?
Yeah, 80
For
years,
quite
yes.
a while now. Not really quite,
Uh-uh.
but for a long time now. And
Yes.
80 years is 80 years. Nobody can beat that,
Yes,
right?
true,
Correct.
true.
Okay,
That's true.
so
So alam nila yung ginagawa nila basically.
oo. Aside
Oo.
from info based, like is there any other solutions that you're providing? Because you mentioned about um providing tools and a platform for online resources. So and you also mentioned about not just helping the students but as well as the faculty. Like can you take us through like just if we're going to visualize it, like how can tech create through your solutions help a student and how can tech create help a librarian and a faculty member?
Okay, actually let's stick I would like to stick with Infobase because
Mhm.
inside Infobase, it's a big company. And Infobase as a company, they have a lot of different resources or databases that they have inside their company. And these resources are more often than not are multi-grade
Mhm.
for K-12 or basically buong K-12 department pwede na. Covered na
Yeah.
niya. Or pwedeng buong college mo, most of the departments in the colleges, pwede na yung resources nila. So for example, no, for K-12, Infobase has Learn 360. So this is a multimedia, a multi-grade streaming resource that they can use, the school can use inside and outside their classes or their school. So basically, kahit nasabihin mo, we hope matapos na yung pandemic this year, kahit na mawala na yung pandemic and we go back to normal, they can still use Learn 360. And what
Mhm.
is good about Learn 360 is, yes, they've got videos, which is a big part of the database, but they also have printable materials that the teachers can actually print if they need assistance na ay kailangan ng mga math assignments or math quizzes or homework, seatworks, ganyan. So they can just print it out. They can download it para pwede na rin nilang i-email sa students nila. Another thing that they have are interactives. So mga activities that the teacher can send their students to practice what they've learned in a very interactive, engaging way. So marami siyang laman. And the videos, what's good with Learn 360, yung videos niya, pwede siyang i-download.
Mhm.
So that will help with internet connection problems that most of us uh, have at right now. So
Perfect.
yung videos, most of it, almost 80-90% of the videos can be downloaded. The printables can be downloaded. Well, yung interactive hindi siya pwede i-download, no? But it's there. They can use it anytime. And
Yeah.
another,
Oo.
so Learn 360, meron siyang college, parang meron siyang uh, sa college level naman na what we call it is films on demand. So films on demand is multi-grade din, parang actually multidisciplinary for college. So lahat na ng most of the common colleges or departments in the university, meron na siyang content. And it's also videos, pwedeng panoorin, it's all there, they can share it through their learning management systems. And meron na siyang even app. So pwedeng
Yeah.
ma-download sa cellphone ng
Mobile phone.
teachers,
Yeah.
yes,
Especially
teachers
right
and
now, no,
students.
everybody's always on their phone
Yes,
more than in front of a computer or a
yes,
laptop, no. Tsaka,
yeah,
I like the fact that you actually brought these like award-winning solutions, right?
yes,
Here in
yes.
the Philippines. Kasi I think it's very timely as well. I know that you've been here operating here in the Philippines for a while now, but it was of course, your clients, I know, are really thankful that they have TekCreate, because when the pandemic happened, parang hindi naman tayo prepared for that eh. But you are already ahead of your time. You know that you want to offer this, and you have a vision, correct? Na
Yes.
you want the education system to go to this path na
Yes.
online, right? So that's why
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said earlier na with or without the pandemic, but hopefully wala nang pandemic, right? Like
Yeah.
the school, especially the library, because this is a resource solution, can really use this one. This will, I can imagine like the librarians like not going through a hard time looking at books, because the experience during our time, 'di ba? Na parang if we want a book and dalawa lang yung book, two books are taken, you have to wait, or sometimes the books are, lost somewhere in some shelves.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes,
know where
yes.
it is. And as the
Uh-uh.
librarian, I saw them struggling. Where is that book,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So if
That's
you
true.
have this online resources, it's just a matter of everything is just one click away, right?
Yeah, yeah. And they can
Perfect.
use it like sabay-sabay.
Uh-huh.
It's wala siya, like it's not like a book na pag dalawa ka lang, dalawang tao lang. You can use this all at the same time, all together. Walang problema.
Yeah, especially here in the Philippines. And we also have some people as well who are audience here who has their schools, diba? So if you're operating, I know that even if they're in the Western world, there are still problems na, they're having connectivity issues, diba?
Yes,
Sometimes
yes.
they don't have the connection, especially kung nandun talaga sila sa mountainside of the land, no? And here in the
Mm-mm.
Philippines, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Especially here because hindi naman lahat is capable of, paying for a fiber line
Yeah.
and for connection. And that's where the struggle was last year, no? Because even the students had to cope right away with the situation. That's
Mhm.
why, the school setup, meron tayong modular, and then we also have those na parang homeschooling style. Like they have teachers here, Zoom, and they do the lectures there, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's nice that they can even access all the resources that they need inside your solutions through TekCreate, even without an internet connection.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
useful.
Two things na last year, nung talagang kasagsagan ng pandemic, one of the questions that I commonly ask is, kasi we both have synchronous and asynchronous learning, right? Yung
Yeah.
modular. So sabi nila, so there was one or like a couple of teachers or librarians asking me, paano namin magagamit yan kung modular? Is there something? Will it still remain useful? And I said for Learn 360, definitely, because nga may printables kami. So you can just print it out. And the
Yeah.
videos themselves, meron na siyang may printable na siya na uh, parang script nung video. So they can print it out. So
The
it still
transcript of the content
transcript of
inside the
the
video.
content. Yes, the transcript. It's downloadable and printable. So they can also print it out. Plus yun yung
Yeah.
mga printable materials. So it still remains useful.
Yeah.
And then it's not something na dahil just because it's online mo lang siya magagamit. So marami siyang
True.
uses.
Yeah, I like that. Even if wala akong school, I'm not an owner of a school. Na-excite ako sa mga sinasabi mong solutions. Because I
Thank
can
you.
imagine, because I have a son as well who's
Yes.
in an incoming grade 4 student. So we felt the struggle of number one, looking for resources. That was our problem in the platform that my son's school was using, right? And I like what you mentioned, that the resources through TekCreate is already preloaded with content. So if they have
Yes.
an assignment, say for example, all they have to do, even without the internet, just go to the TekCreate resource and watch it, right?
Yeah,
Because what
yeah.
we've experienced before, some of the teachers were actually giving some resources, but the video is on private. So it's a resource, they give you the link, but
Huh?
it's set to private. So the students cannot see it. So I was like, what's the point of all of this? So I like that fact that even without the connection, they can access this one. And kahit na nasa probinsya sila, they can still do their homework, they can still learn, right? and continue the learning kahit
Yeah,
wala dito sa city.
they will need connection to access the database. But
Yeah.
the teacher can download the video para pwede niyang, for example, isend na lang
Mhm.
sa students. And the students can download it themselves and watch it anytime they want.
Yeah.
So,
So ibig sabihin, the students, say for example, kasi like for us, sometimes we go to the province, but my son has some classes
yeah,
scheduled.
yeah.
So what we do is we bring all the books with us,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So when we travel to the province, then we connect there kung may data, kung may
Yeah.
connection at LTE, right?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
connect there, and then he goes through the normal class online, 'di ba? But
Yeah. Yeah.
but with your resource, pwedeng dito pa lang sa bahay, we download it na. So para kung magta-travel kami, like we don't need to
Yeah.
worry about the connection kasi it's already downloaded in the system in our laptop. So continuous yung ano niya,
Yeah.
yung learning niya.
Yes, as long as the teacher has emailed it, the link, for example, via WeTransfer or by email na naka-attach file yung video, pwede
Mhm.
mo na i-download.
Ah, okay. That's
Yun.
nice. At least nandun na siya. Plus, you don't have to go through the internet, the
Yes,
universe
it's less,
out there.
marami siyang option. Very versatile kasi yung infobase eh.
Mhm.
So, they made sure na versatile yung resources nila and nag-adapt. So like the app for films on demand. It was very new and last year lang din nila ni-launch yun. I think it's really because of the pandemic.
Yeah, oo.
So,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Na-excite ako as a parent as well.
Thank you
Diba?
also. Yeah.
So I want you to talk to my son's school and then let them know that these better
Yes.
solutions are
Sure.
available. Right?
Sure.
So now
Okay.
let's talk about you, TekCreate, and the program. No, so I specifically handpicked those entrepreneurs that I know are really passionate about their business, because let's face it, not a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs are in it all throughout, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we start our businesses just for the sake of, just want to have some income on the side, or we just want to make money, we just want to be rich and things like that. And we went through this, right? Inside the program. So before you saw me, by the way, how did you see me pala? Like, how did you learn about the coaching program?
Ah, sa Facebook, one of those mom groups that I
Mhm.
joined, that I honestly do not remember why I joined them. So, yeah, I saw one of your FB posts doon sa group na yon.
Mhm.
And then I said, oh, at that time kasi I was already, at that time kasi pandemic na, and we
Yeah.
were already in lockdown. So I already have this realization that I have to step up. Kasi nga, I mean, it's lockdown. It's not like I can go to the schools and talk to the teachers, or I cannot even call them because they're not in the office. Right?
Yeah,
So,
correct.
nasasagot sa akin, yung library nila is closed and everything. So, this is the one that we went on lockdown for like 3 months.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
wave.
Yeah, yung mga first 6 months natin na talagang everybody was trying um, to survive the first
Yes.
6 months of the pandemic. So sabi ko, okay, I really have to step up. I have to think of some ways and everything. So, and then I saw your post and then sabi ko, it's perfect because, I need an online presence.
Mhm.
That time I have a Facebook page na. Pero it wasn't really going anywhere, basically. It
Yeah.
wasn't going anywhere. And I really was struggling because it's difficult.
Yes. You mentioned about the page is not going anywhere and you're struggling. Like, can you tell us what are those problems? Like, where are you struggling with those problems that you faced before working with me as your business coach? And where did you get stuck most of the time?
Ah, ang ironic, no, because I have my business about online resources. But I'm struggling with social media and posting with social media, which is basically online. But um the struggle is reaching people. in general. Uh, I had when I started TekCreate Facebook page, I had 90. I told you that I had
Yeah.
90 followers, no, and like what 90% of that was my friends from my personal FB page na hindi naman kasi talaga sila yung target market ko. So parang
Yeah.
nag-mass invite ka lang. You know how you do it with Facebook, you mass invite
Invite
them.
all friends.
Yeah. Yeah, yung one button na like invite all friends, automatic na siya, di ba?
Yeah.
So, and then it was like that for like what, 2 months, 3 months, and I really do not know how to make it grow. I have no idea how to make it grow, how to reach the correct people, how to talk to them. Uh, so that's where I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck.
Yeah. And then
Kasi
when you see,
it doesn't matter what kind of post I do, what kind of
yeah,
posts. Um, there was no scene. Like, 'di ba sa mga group natin, sa mga pages natin, you'll see like how many of yung engagements and everything like that.
yeah,
There was none.
yeah.
So
So
that's
you
very
were posting a lot of things, like different types of content already. So because most entrepreneurs on social media, there's, I would say, two types. One is very active and always posting, and the other one just, when they set up the account, it's done. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
Right? You're the
yeah.
other person. You're really masipag with posting, right? But you're
Oh,
not getting any likes, no engagement. And most of the people inside the page are, people that you know, your
yeah,
friends,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Kasi yeah, ignorance din kasi eh. Like I'm a Gen Xer. So hindi ako I was not born in this era where YouTube is a common thing or social media is a common thing na, no. So I also had to learn. I had to learn social media, and my experience with social media is yung a personal level. No, may Facebook page ako na personal na kahit anong gusto ko ilagay doon, okay lang.
yeah,
Merong mag-interact sa akin, wala akong pakialam kasi it's my personal page. So
yes,
that kind of thinking, yun yung nadala ko doon sa Facebook business page, which is not really right, and it's definitely not effective. So I
yeah.
had to shift
You
it.
were you were basically posting on your business page as if it was CJ on her personal profile,
Yes,
right?
yes. Pero
Yeah.
yung posting mo is about TekCreate and everything. Pero yung the way you do it is parang nasa personal page ka.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. So when you saw me in this group, right? And I believe you watched the video because I
Mhm.
posted a video that time. Like, what made you decide? Because I also had you on an application call, right?
Yes.
Because I literally don't want to waste my time working with people who are half-hearted about this. So I
Yeah.
handpicked you girls, right?
Mhm,
I'm so
mhm.
lucky that you decided to go for it. Now, my question is, what made you decide to get coaching after seeing my post, seeing my video, and then talking to me during the application call? Like, what made you decide to, okay, let's do this?
Um, One of the values of TekCreate, one that we put importance is lifelong learning. It's very important to me personally, and that's what I wanted to bring into TekCreate. So when I said yes to your coaching, because it's me learning something new. Like I said, hindi ako from this generation. So social media is something that I actually have to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, kasi nga, this time it's not personal. It's not
Mm-hmm.
me posting as CJ Regala. It's me posting as TekCreate, and it's business. So I have to learn. So I did ask, diba, I told you, can I get back to you? Let me, think it over and everything like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
did. I thought it over. I asked my husband, what do you think? Ganyan, ganyan. And even my friend, ganyan. And then we all came to a conclusion. I personally came into a conclusion na, you know what? If it doesn't, worst case scenario, doesn't work, you've gained something. You've learned something new. And it's not like something na dyan mo lang magagamit. Social media is everywhere, and it's part of people's lives. So that learning, that new skill that I will learn, it's not a dead skill. It's an evolving skill, and I can use it with anything.
Yeah.
So that's why I said yes. Now, okay, let's dive into this.
Yeah, that's why I accepted you because I know that you're into self-improvement and
Yeah.
self-education because for those of the people listening. By the way, if you have questions for CJ, before you
Sure.
forget that one, put it in the comment section, let us know. Especially if you have a school, if you're a principal and you're interested with the solutions that she mentioned earlier, and just put the questions in the comment section. But for those who doesn't have a question and just listening, um one of the things that I myself as an entrepreneur, and also what CJ said, she's all about like upgrading herself, and upgrading ourselves as entrepreneurs and as business owners is, again, she said, it's not a dead skill, it's ever evolving, and you can use that forever. Like your investment for improving on your brain and your knowledge is, you can multiply, it can multiply your wealth basically. Because see,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, as I've said earlier in the introduction of the video, I really feel so sad because I have a lot of brands that I really love, especially those who are local. Like they've been here for decades already, but that's when they realize that they made the wrong decision of not going online and not bringing their business online. As I've said earlier, for me, there are just basically two types of business owners in today's age. One is those who are really into it, doing social media because they know that that's the trend, not just the trend, but that's where the customers are. And the other one is, the people who just set up a page, an Instagram page, and that's it, right? And for those who close down, unfortunately, they heavily relied on the traditional foot traffic inside the store, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was also the reason why I launched the group coaching program, because I want to help out. I saw that a lot of people are really stressed about the situation. Like we had a total lockdown, a total quarantine of no one will go out of the house, right? We
Yes.
even
Yes.
have like quarantine passes here so that you can go out. So I'm really all about it. And thank you, CJ, because you made that wonderful decision of signing up in the group coaching program. Now, because you mentioned about that one, you said that your problems were you feel stuck. You're not from this. Even I myself, I'm not from this generation. I'm technically a millennial, but not the millennial who woke up with YouTube,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a millennial by definition in the year
Uh,
where I was born, but basically, I'm also like you. I had to learn this, and I had to learn this the hard way because
yeah.
my work, my background really is in advertising. So we have clients who wanted to try this, especially when digital marketing was at its early stages here in the Philippines. Now, can you take us through your journey, CJ, as an entrepreneur, learning week by week because we have weekly calls, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Learning about your brand and also the program, social media, and business blueprint is not just about social media. It's I'd like to call it as a total package. That you learn about branding, you learn about marketing, about sales, and social media. Like that's your tool to do everything that you've learned. So what was your experience like inside the program?
I said yes to the program, still thinking that I will only learn about how to market, how to market, how to promote, how to advertise using social media. So that was still my mindset when I signed up, and during our first coaching sessions.
I know
But
where this is
then,
going.
yeah, and then you gave us our first assignment, and all I can see is why. The whys. Okay. Why are you doing this? Why did you set up the create all everything why? So WHY. Hanggang ngayon nasa utak ko pa rin yung why. So, of course I went through it. Um Sabi ko, I know I guess every student, parang yun yung setup nung every student na pinasok ko to di gagawin ko na rin, ganyan-ganyan. Pagbutihin na para hindi bumagsak, magalit pa si ma'am. Parang ganun, di ba yung thinking mo?
Yeah.
And then as we go along, as we move along the program na ganyan, we learned VSP, yung mga ganyan, how to do it. I discovered the importance of the whys because that is basically the foundation of everything in the business. As a foundation, the pillar of your business. In fact, there was one client that wanted to partner with me. Actually, partners na kami. When I went to, sorry, we were partners already when I went and signed up for the coaching, no. But then in the middle of the coaching time natin, I suddenly had to drop them or request that we have to terminate the contract between TekCreate and their company. And the reason why is because I realized yung values and yung whys nung company TekCreate does not really match with them. And it was giving me so much stress, so much, everything na when I realized na yun, syempre, stress ka na, pagod ka na, ganyan, gusto ko nang umalis, ganyan. The reason why pala na na-stress ako, kasi nga, hindi kami tutugma sa paningin namin, di ba? So, yes, I lost potential, business, earnings, and everything. But then, panatag yung loob ko when I asked them when I asked them to terminate the contract between us. Because it wasn't just, ayoko na, let's terminate the contract because I'm tired, you're making me stressful, and you're so stressful to work with and so toxic. It wasn't that reason. It's not emotional. It was very clear the reason why I did not want to continue the partnership. It's because your values, your foundation, your whys did not tally with me.
Yeah.
And until now, I am following that. No, yung whys ko na ganyan. And then it's not just, kasi your first question with us is, why did you create TekCreate? Typical business, sabi ko, because I wanted to earn money.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to
Typically,
leave.
that's the answer,
Diba?
right? And I
Basic,
told
diba?
you,
Yeah,
I
I
pushed
wanted,
you to dig deep because I
yes.
know that yes, of course, that's a why you're here.
And it's
But
valid, right? There's nothing wrong with
yeah,
that.
it's valid, but there is something more to it than just earning money. And that's what you discovered, right? Actually,
Yeah.
just to share, when you told me after you terminated the contract with this client, and then during our coaching session, you happily reported that, you know what, I
I lost a
terminated this
client.
contract, yeah, with my client. And I was like, oh no, why did you do that?
Di ba
Baka
happy,
sisihin
di
mo
ba?
ako. Yeah, but you said, like, I can still remember vividly. You said, no, I'm happy with my decision because I've learned that the reason why I'm stressed is because I keep on pushing. It's like, you're the same poles of the magnet. Like I keep on, you've tried to adapt, but you really just can't because of the friction between the values, right? And it's really important, especially for our entrepreneurs who are watching this video. It's really important for you to know the values that you have, you as the founder, the CEO, the entrepreneur, the leader in your business, and the value of your business. And that's what CJ actually was talking about, is the why. Sabi pa nga niya, she dreamed about me, asking her, CJ, why?
Oh, kasi like, it's like what? Almost 2 weeks that is
Yeah.
connected to the why. Yeah, kasi it's difficult to last in a business. Now that I realize it, it's difficult to last in a business na hindi mo alam kung bakit mo ginagawa yun. Or kung medyo mababaw lang yung reason mo na, kasi gusto ko yumaman, gusto kong magkaroon ng negosyo, gusto kong maging sarili kong boss. Kung yan yung mga reasons mo, they are valid reasons, like you mentioned, but they are so shallow like you also mentioned. You really have to have more than that to keep going with the business.
Yeah. And especially, that's what we've seen, right? Since last year and until now, that there were a lot of businesses who thought that they were actually doing it right until their customers don't they don't have the capacity anymore. Even if they do, like they're not allowed to go out to physically buy something from them. And that's why there were a lot of businesses, especially small businesses, who got hit by the pandemic and the effect of that one. So, like, what was it like when you were doing sales and marketing in your business alone, CJ? I just want to ask about that.
Ah, when I was doing my marketing sales before the social media coaching, the traditional way, calling them, emailing them, visiting them, doing the presentations,
Mm-hmm.
using PowerPoint. And then of course yung demos and everything. So the traditional way, which nothing wrong. I've had clients, I were able to get clients from that as well. Um, hindi siya nabago,
Mm-hmm.
nadagdagan
Yeah.
when I went to the social media coaching. So nadagdagan at the same time nabawasan siya ngayon just because of the pandemic. But
Mm-hmm.
I will still go back to that practices
Mm-hmm.
once the pandemic is gone because definitely you still have to meet people, you still have to meet your
Yes.
clients. No? Hindi pwedeng lahat online na lang, especially kung
Mm-hmm.
pwede na mapuntahan.
Yeah.
But now because of the social media, I've learned how to properly engage, how to properly contact or get people to notice TekCreate socially on social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an additional way for me to communicate without basically bothering them one at a time.
Yeah.
Parang,
Mm-hmm.
post the correct post, do it properly, and you will get kumbaga yung business funnel also natin,
Yeah.
mapupunan siya, step one, o pumasok sa funnel, and then in the next step na ganyan. So, it's an added form, it's an added way to promote your business.
Yeah. And you mentioned about um you'll still go back, but you're thankful because of the things that you've learned inside the social media and business blueprint. Let's just call it SMB, okay? Para mas
Okay.
maiksi. The social media, SMB, social media and business blueprint. So,
Mhm.
um, inside the SMB coaching program, like, what were the results in terms of like adapting to the new world that you're in right now, having all the tools that you have now that you went through successfully in the program, how did that help you like still be here, still do business and still get clients?
Yeah, okay. Ika-clarify ko lang, no, because people might think na, ay, TekCreate ka naman, online resources. Syempre, in demand yan last year. So parang
Yeah.
kahit na you just sit down, tatawag sa'yo ang eskwelahan kasi
Yeah.
kailangan ka nila. But it wasn't like that. In a
Mm-hmm.
way, yes, it helped kasi kailangan ka. But I also had to work
Mm-hmm.
really hard to contact them or to get the word out basically. Kasi wala
Yes.
namang bibili sa'yo kung itatago mo yung produkto mo, di ba? So,
Correct.
one immediate result of the SMB was from 90 followers. I am now at 570.
Wow.
Yeah,
Still
nadagdagan
friends?
siya. Ha?
Still friends?
Yeah.
No, I mean still your friends from your personal profile.
These are librarians. These are schools. Yeah, public, from public, librarians for public schools, librarians from private, higher ed, college, K-12,
Yeah.
all of them. So so that's the
So
most
now
evident.
your social media following is basically full of people who are your target market, not your friends
Yes.
anymore. Because you mentioned earlier like 90 and most of them are your friends.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one That's why no one's paying attention to your post because they're not interested with Learn 360 or stuff like
Yeah.
that. So now that you have more than that, 500 and counting, right? I know that it's a small number, but also for our viewers right now, I want to also share with you one of the things that I taught CJ and the rest of the girls inside the program is that the following, the number of followers that you have on your social media pages will not define your sales. It will not define how successful you'll be. They're just, pretty. They're
Yeah.
vanity metrics, as what everybody calls them. But even if you have 90 or 500, right? It might look small, but if you know how to do it right, you know how to reach the right people, your ideal clients, you'll get the sales that you want. And I know right now, CJ, of course, we're not going to talk about the numbers, but I know that you're on track right now with your goals, right?
Yes, for my 2021 sales goals, because you need goals. You need to set up goals for kahit monthly, or sabi, 'di ba sabi ko sa'yo, pwede bang isang taon na? Para isang upuan na lang ako, 'di
Oo,
ba?
kasi ang
So,
sipag mo eh. 1 year
so,
na agad.
so usually I set goals for a whole year na, kasi para alam mo na yung mga gagawin mo. So
Mhm.
right now I'm on track. I've reached what half of what my target sales goals are.
Mhm.
Uh, thank you in thank you to the SMB as well. It does help in terms of getting clients. I am getting messages from librarians from schools who are interested with my resources.
Mhm.
So yeah, I can get clients there. Hindi siya laging successful, ah. Syempre
Yeah.
kasi
Of
it's
course, we don't want to paint the picture
Oo.
of when you go through the coaching program, it's gonna be, unicorns and rainbows.
Yes, it's not an overnight success. In fact, I also have meron din mga slump, may mga
Mhm.
downtime na parang ano ba 'yan, nakakailang post na ako, wala pa din, ganyan, ganyan. Kumbaga
Mhm.
patience lang, at saka you just have to continue with it.
Yeah.
Definitely hindi siya laging
Consistency.
active,
Mhm.
'di ba? Makikita mo yung na-experience ko na yung sinasabi nila na nai-stress ka dahil bumababa yung mga numbers. 'Di ba may
Mhm.
mga
Yeah.
ah,
The
percentage,
insight.
percentage, mga
Yeah.
ganun. Parang
Oo.
nai-stress ako sa kanya. Parang puro red arrow pababa yung nakikita ko. Bakit
Oo.
gano'n?
Oo. Pero yun nga
Oo.
eh, this is also what I mentioned, especially in our group. I have a free business group on Facebook. So if you wanna join that one, I'll just put the link in the description of the video so you can easily join us. I also mentioned the importance of being consistent. And CJ knows about this one because for 12 weeks, aside from why, that's one of the things that I kept on reminding her and the rest of the women inside the coaching program is to be consistent. Because if we really want to be successful, success is the sum of the small things that you did consistently, right? So if you're not consistent, even if you paid for, I don't know, the even if you paid for millions for a coach to coach you, right? Even if you hire Tony Robbins, if you don't do the work, then you will get nothing out of it, right? And also, before anything else, CJ, do you remember during our application call when I told you the equation of success, action
Ah,
equals results, right?
naku,
If
oo.
if if you don't do the actions that you need to do to accomplish your goals, you will never get the results. So, say for example, if you only give 10% effort in selling, you'll only get 10% results, right? It's always linear in a way, of course. Whatever you put in, that's what you're going to withdraw.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Like if there are three things that you've learned inside SMG, inside our coaching program, and during even our even if you already graduated, we kept on talking, right? We were asking for some like advice on how to do this and that. What are the three things on top of your head right now that you've learned through the program and the coaching sessions um, help you sort of get yourself unstuck? What are they?
Uh, Number one is knowing your why. That
Mm-hmm.
really stuck with me. Number two, um social media is not easy. You need to learn it. At the very least, it's time consuming. Diba? So, kahit sabihin mong ikaw yung business owner and you plan to hire, if you enter the SMB, you will at least know if your staff is doing their job.
Yeah. And I think that's one of your reasons, right? You mentioned na parang when you already expand the business and hire a lot of people, at least because of what you've learned inside the program, you'll know how things work. You can lead the team,
Oo,
right?
oo. Kasi social media is more than how many likes, how many people gave you hearts, how many commented. So it's more than that. Diba?
Yeah.
So social media is a lot of work. I have a newfound respect for social media managers. Totoo ako lang after this. Kasi talaga it's time consuming. Kasi you need
Yeah.
to put effort eh. Hindi lang siya parang personal page mo na, ay may magandang picture ng bulaklak ko. Sige, picturean mo, i-post mo. Hindi siya ganun ka-easy. It's not like that.
Yeah.
And then number 3 that I learned, patience,
Mhm.
consistency,
Mhm.
all of that. Yeah, kasi kailangan eh.
Yeah.
Kailangan kahit na sabi nila 'di ba social media is so fast, 'di ba? Kaya nga yung mga bata ngayon 'di ba parang napaka-short daw ng attention span. So
Yeah.
you would think also na pagka nag-post ka ng isa marami ka na ulit kliyente. Pagka
Yeah.
nag-Facebook page ka, may post ka na sa Instagram, sumayaw ka sa TikTok, marami ka na magiging
If
kliyente. How I
only that's
wish
the
it's
ano,
that
no?
easy,
If
right?
only
But
that's
it's
the only
not.
requirement to be successful. To learn
Oo.
a dance step on TikTok, 'di ba?
'Di ba?
Everybody should do
How
it.
I wish. 'Di
Yeah.
ba? Parang, sumayaw na lang ako, si ma'am magsu-subscribe sa Learn 360. So how I wish it was that easy, but I really need to be consistent, mostly consistent about it.
Yeah. In terms of your strategy, like we talked about a little bit about some of the results that you got because of the coaching sessions, no? Like with the strategy, if you're gonna compare how you market and how you promote TekCreate before social SMB, the coaching program, and after going through it, like what was the difference?
It was clearer now. I can if you ask me about this product, if you ask me about TekCreate as a company, everything is clearer. Number one, because of I have my foundation. It's clear. My foundations are, my pillars are clear. Um, Another thing that's different is I have more platforms. You
Yeah,
know, alisan mo ako ng telepono, okay lang, social media ako.
yeah, correct.
Alisan mo ako ng internet, meron pa rin ng telepono.
Yeah,
But still, what I learned in SMB will still be applicable kahit natawagan ko si ma'am. Kahit
mm,
walang social media. Because
yeah,
it's more than social media,
yes.
right?
Especially the
So,
first month, because that's where we really intend to be clear on not just our why, but everything else. What the business is all about, what are your products and services, and how to present it, right, to
yeah.
people. And we also have this, especially in the third month, just to give you guys an idea. We have this part where I act like a consultant to the people inside the program, because they will give me the ideas, their drafts of how they will post this idea on social media, and then we actually it's not me. I'm just watching, but they have to refine the message. Remember those stages, CJ?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
have to
Yeah.
really be clear, and I specifically will challenge, especially CJ, because hers is more complicated than the others. And the others, because they have, physical products, they have food businesses. Yours is more complex, it's more technical. So really defining the term, like this
Ah,
too vague, you have to
yeah.
make sure that it's easily understandable by the market, correct? So
Yes.
we went through that
Yes.
phase as well. So CJ, some people might be asking like, is have you like hired a mentor or a coach before, or a business coach like myself before?
No, not you're my first coach.
Mhm.
I've attended some of the I remember attending once or twice like a parang a webinar
Mhm.
where they promote their coaching and everything, but I never said yes to them. I you're my first coach.
Aww, so smart.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, with your experience, because I have my own experience as well with coaches, especially with business coaching, and here in the Philippines, not everybody is really used to, business coaches and
Yeah,
business coaching.
yeah.
Some do call themselves business coaches. I mean, but um, it's more like a course that you will go through, right?
Yes.
They have a module, although we have that as well inside the program. But um, I would say my way of coaching is really different. Like you'll dream of me, just like your
Yeah.
experience. Even in your dreams, I'm haunting you, and be clear on your message,
Yeah.
be
Oh my god.
consistent.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not as I mean, I'm not scary, okay? I'm just trying to really challenge the people that I work with, because I want them to succeed. Just like CJ. And I'm very, very happy. That's why I invited CJ to be here with us today, because I want to and share her story, as somehow for some of the people who's watching this one might give them hope, right?
Yeah.
Especially during this time, like everybody's stressful. Even a year or so after the very first lockdown or quarantine, we're still suffering the effects of the pandemic. And if you're at that point where you're still struggling and you're still resisting, getting help, then CJ is really the living proof that you can do this. And what I, especially with my experience as well with coaching, is that the accountability, right? Um, a coach will really help you, like hold you hand in hand in your hand, and this is the way. Like the coach will lead you to where you really want to be based on your goals. Now, having said that, CJ, and with your experience, since I am your first business coach,
Mm-hmm.
heart, like, do you think for startup entrepreneurs like you, why do you think that um startup entrepreneurs like yourself, or even established ones, would decide or should get a business coach as well?
They should get whether they're new or established na no, they should get a coach because a coach will be impartial. They will be honest with you. They will tell you. They will ask you actually, not tell you. More often than not, they will ask you why. What else can you do? There's a better word for that. Can you change that? Like, yeah, but it makes you think. It makes you think, makes you realize, it makes you remember, ay, oo nga pala, ito pala yung dahilan kung bakit ko ginawa yung negosyo ko, ganyan. So, at the same time, it gives you a fresh set of eyes.
Mhm,
Especially if it's like something new, like social media. So,
mhm.
di ba, yeah, it guides you, they guide you. You just have to remember that um, you have to trust your coach and you have to stick with it. Because number one, it it's not, well, to be honest, you really you how do you invested in it eh. So like any business, when you invest in something, hindi pwedeng halfway there titigil ka tapos hindi mo na gagawin. Kasi una-una sayang yung ininvest mo, di ba? And pangalawa, kasi mawawala. There's not, there, medyo halfway, kumbaga hilaw.
Mhm.
May natutunan ka, pero parang hindi masarap.
Yeah.
Ganyan. Hindi
And
mo
also,
matutuloy.
to let everyone know, CJ is really a great coaching client. I don't want to call her a student, because it's not a teacher-student setup eh. It's really more of me as the business coach. I help her think about things, you
Mm.
know. Um, just to mention, I have 3 sessions of the same business coaching session that CJ got, but this is only for 1 hour. And actually not most, but all of the people that um, I've invited in that session and booked that session with me, they were really happy because the same thing that you said earlier, um, the business coach gave them like a fresh view of how things work, because sometimes, let's face it, like because of all of the things that we're doing every single day, we're the founders, we are the CEOs, we're the co-founders, right? Ang dami nating ginagawa, di ba? You're on top of the sales, dapat alam mo nangyayari sa team, alam mo nangyayari sa marketing, and apart from that pa, you have to plan ahead, right?
Yeah.
two
Yes.
years, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, where do you want the company to go, correct? And as a business coach, my job is to help you get there without without feeling stuck. And I also noticed that a lot of entrepreneurs like you, CJ, most of the time they're hesitant to do step number one because they're afraid, right? And part of my job as your business coach is to push you to your limits. Did you feel that inside
Yeah.
B?
First module pa lang eh. Push to the limit na eh. Naliligo ka and everything, naisip mo why.
Oo nga eh, di ba?
I mean,
Actually, I
which is good.
enjoyed that
Yeah.
one. Oo,
Yeah. Which
I
is,
enjoyed
it's
the
good.
project.
Yeah. So, I mean, tsaka you push the limit without stressing people out.
Talaga?
Which is
Wow,
which
thank
is
you.
good. Kasi parang wala yung kasi normally mo siyang siguro dahil introspective lang ako. I mean, for introspective people, it will really get to you na, ano, buhay. Ano nga ba ang VSP ko?
Yeah.
Ano nga ito sasabihin to? So, it makes you think.
Mhm.
It makes you think. And then at the same time, actually, one of the things I also learned was, um, own it. Own your company. Kahit sabihin mo napakalit nyo lang, kahit 3 pa lang kayo, ganyan. Eh, ikaw yung founder. The founder ka, own it. You're the CEO, you own it. That's your business. Be proud of it.
Yeah. That's nice. I love that. Kasi, di ba, I also want to mention sometimes we measure our success based on how many heads can we see inside the office, di ba? So,
Mm-hmm.
if we're just 3, parang, ay, maliit pa kami. We're a small business. Actually, I don't want to call nga businesses small businesses because I want the business owners and you, especially you watching this one, I want all of you to think na we're quantity wise, we're small, but watch out, we're gonna be big soon. Alam mo yun?
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that you're thinking way, way, way bigger than the quantity, how many you are. And yeah, so I'm so happy that um you shared that one because I also share the same value as well. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
even for me,
Thank you also.
I outsource some work with some people, ganyan. But I still even my employees, I coach them. Na parang you have to do more than that. Like sometimes nga I feel like I'm screwing my own business kasi I want them to all start a business. Where
Oo.
does that, saan na ako no, di ba? Where will I get the help? Pero I
Ah,
encourage them to, look at your other skills and see if you can, make a business out of it. Because at the end
true.
of the day, I just want to help. And someday, when I'm old,
Yeah.
Friendster will go back. I'll get a testimonial. If you don't know what Friendster is, I'm sorry. It's just, our
You're too
generation.
young.
Yeah, you're too young to know what Friendster is. So,
Ah,
speaking of, thank you, CJ, for sharing all of your experiences, the results that you got inside the social media blueprint, and also for those of you who are watching, if there's one thing that you've learned from CJ's experience and some of the tidbits and um wise words that we shared today? Like what will be, or what are those things that you've learned today? You can share it in the comment section below. And then after our video, then I'll go back because I don't want to be distracted with all of the chats. I'll go back to all of your comments, and then we can continue the conversation there. So CJ, like you said that earlier, you think that startup entrepreneurs should get a business coach. Would you, of course, would you recommend them going through our program as well, SMB, and why?
Yeah, most definitely I will recommend, because it's more than learning about social media. It's more than learning how the color combination to use for your social media, what's the best picture to use, or
Yeah.
even the best font. So actually meron nun meron
Mhm.
siya, and I'm sure most of the people will say na kasi yun yung kailangan ko kaya ako nag
Mhm.
which is true. It's part of that, but it's more than that kasi Kasi kung yun lang ang kailangan mo, hindi rin maso-survive yung business. So with SMB kasi, it goes beyond that. It helps you lay your foundation. It helps you clarify your thinking, your mind of what your business foundation is, um, what to say to your clients, how to say it to your clients, how to, even as simple as how to describe your products. Kasi minsan we say, madali lang naman mag-describe.
Yeah.
Actually, madali siya i-describe kasi you learned about how to describe it easily. Yun yung secret pala doon. We see all this advertising, this promotion na napakadaling i-describe kasi they use simple words. But because
Mhm.
it was taught them. So that's what
Mhm.
we have to, that's what you learn inside the SMB
Mhm.
coaching.
Yeah,
So
that's
yes,
nice.
highly
Yay!
highly, what do you call that?
Recommended.
Recommended.
Five
Sorry.
star.
Yeah.
5 star. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding. Five na ba yun? O basta 5 star.
Uh,
Yeah,
true,
so
true.
of course, if you're interested to become one of my coaches inside SMB or social media and business blueprint. Kasi nung time when CJ was applying for this one, I just named it social media blueprint.
Blueprint. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why CJ had the impression of social media lang. So she
Yeah,
just
yeah.
write it lang, business side pala talaga siya. May marketing, may promotion, may sales. Ganyan. So I renamed it. I added the business. So to be clear, it's not just about social media, just what CJ said. You learn about your business in a nutshell. Parang ganun. For 12 weeks, you're gonna uncover every piece of your business week by week. So you can easily, you know the elevator pitch, right? You can easily do the elevator pitch na hindi ka kinakabahan kasi you know everything coming from your heart. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
This is
where the
scripted
passion
kasi you
is.
already know it.
Yeah, it's not scripted. It's like it I mean, it's so natural. It's like breathing.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
how you describe your products, your offers, your services, and your business as well. So if you're interested to be one of my coaches, I have a wait list right now. Hindi pa siya open. But it's going to open anytime soon this year. So I'm glad that CJ shared her story as well. So you can go to www.simontes.com/SMB. That's the wait list page. All you have to do is to put your name and your email there. And then kung meron na tayong progress and if the doors will open for new applicants, then you'll receive it first. You'll know about it first. So when I announce it on social media, alam niyo naman sometimes on social media, hindi niyo rin nakikita, 'di ba? Because, Facebook wants to push ads. By the way, hindi pala natin napag-usapan, no? Everything inside the program, I will coach you and teach you without the component of running any ads. Did you run any ads, CJ?
No, I never did. I never
Yeah.
needed to.
Yeah, but before, hindi natin napag-usapan before, I know that you used to run ads, right? And
I
you
did,
just,
I did.
yeah, and you ended up just wasting money. But now, even without running an ad, you got clients. You're
Yeah,
already on track. Year to date is perfect na perfect yung sales mo, right? So it's just a living proof that you don't really need to run ads, especially in the beginning. Of course, if you want to diversify, pwede naman along the way. But kung wala ka pang pera really to burn on ads, then there is still social media and business blueprint to teach you how to do that. So again, the waitlist page is at www.simontes.com/SMB. And CJ, before we end our interview, again, thank you for being here with us. Ang sarap talaga. Ganito kami ni CJ pag nag-uusap kami. Kasi ang tagal namin mag-usap,
Thank you
simpwentuhan.
also. Thank you.
Oo. Pero hindi siya just chatting. It's about business as well.
Yeah.
So,
Forgot to
CJ,
mention. I
yeah.
haven't mentioned it to you. I closed another deal.
Wow!
One of them was,
Surprise!
yeah, one of them is an old client of mine na. But then I
Mhm.
went through the trial for the database and everything. Nothing happened. And then, so pinopost ko na lang siya dun sa Facebook page ko. And then for some reason, siguro nag-click na sa kanya. So
Yeah.
ginawa niya, so nag-try ulit sila. And then so now, naghihintay na lang ng check.
Wow!
So,
Congratulations! Oh, see,
yeah.
di ba, on the spot. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, so,
So,
I
yung,
forgot to mention, but yes, yes.
yeah, congrats. So, yung bar mo na halfway through your on track, medyo more than that ka na ngayon.
A little bit,
Yeah,
but every little
you need
thing
to buy me
counts.
coffee.
Kape na yan, pati donut.
Okay, we'll see each
Yes.
other soon. Ayan, magchichika
Yes,
tayo
yes.
personally. So, um, what was I saying earlier? Yeah, so you said that you got another client. Again, this is without any ads,
No
right?
ads, no ads at
So
all.
if you think that the only way for you to succeed in your business is to run ads, we are telling you it's not the only way.
Yeah, it's
You
not the
really
only
have,
way.
yeah, you have to know your brand essence first, the very core of your business before you diversify and go through all of that, right? So again, CJ, thank you very much for being
Thank you
with
also.
us today. Thank you for sharing your experience, your wisdom, right? I know that you've helped some people here, if not everyone. You've helped a
Thank you
lot
also.
of
I hope
consumers
so.
here. Yeah, because you gave light to this, uncertain times. You helped gave that light and
We
gave,
try.
yeah, and the hope na pwede pala talaga. Like, especially for CJ, hindi madaling ibenta yung products niya.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it's very technical. Plus, it's seasonal. Kasi
Yes,
school, right?
yes,
Pero,
yes.
look at her now. Sinurprise niya pa ako na meron pa pala siyang additional. Sobrang saya ko, CJ. Ako na naman nilibre sa'yo ng coffee.
Thank you. Gusto ko yung donut,
Yeah.
ha?
Congrats. Oo. With donut. Okay.
Uh,
Congratulations. And
Thank you also.
can you tell us for principals, school teachers who are watching this one, where can they contact you?
Okay, you can contact me via email. It's techcreate@yahoo.com. Or you can visit my Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and look for TekCreate. TEK, well, like this one there. TekCreate. And yeah, you can just message me in Facebook or email me. If you
Yeah.
visit our Facebook page, TekCreate Facebook page, you will find most of our resources there, and most of them are already available to schools here in Manila, both from K-12 to hanggang college.
Yeah, and it's perfect kasi right now parang enrollment season, 'di ba? So
Yes,
if
yes,
you're watching this one, if you're a school owner, if you're still scouting for a better resource, kasi I know na maraming parang last minute lang last year, right? So if you're
yes.
looking for an online resource, a digital resource for your school for this school year, then go ahead and hop into their Facebook page, TekCreate, contact CJ or send them a message on their page. You can email her as well so that, you can
Yeah.
inquire about your needs in your school. And also, is there anything that you'd like to say, CJ? Like you want to invite them to something? I know that you have an OG episodes, right?
Yes, recently, just to thank our librarians, our teachers, our schools, I recently launched the Create Original or the Create OG, where we will be doing short videos that are about topics that can be very helpful to libraries to education, to librarians. So to help them with their upskilling, and then for to support their lifelong learning. So again, it's really back to our values in TekCreate.
Yeah. Do they have
And
to pay for this one?
ha?
Do they have to pay for this
It's
one?
totally free. It's totally free, 100% free. We will be posting videos in our Facebook page, and TekCreate Original also has a very new YouTube channel. So
Wow.
yeah,
Can
so
you share the YouTube name or the URL?
hindi ko pa memorize yung URL niya, no? So literally bago pa siya. But then
Okay.
yeah, they can just look for TekCreate OG.
Wow, ayan. So, look for that one. And I'm a little biased kasi kasama ako dun sa
Of
isang
course.
episode. Yeah,
Siyempre.
go ahead kasi especially if you're school owners and even if you're not, you'll get some ideas on the topic there kasi basically we talked about like how can an organization use social media to connect to students or connect to basically your market. So go ahead and watch out for that video. I think it's already up and nandun na siya sa Facebook page ni CJ. So I'll find a way to link it somewhere here in our comments or in the description of this video as well. So you can easily check it out and watch it as well. So if you like this video, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, wherever you are, yeah, sharing is caring. So
Share,
share this
share.
video, yeah. And again, if you have questions, go to the comment section. That's where we'll answer everything, especially if you have questions for CJ or if you want to know more about SMB or the Social Media and Business Blueprint program. Again, the waitlist page is at simontes.com/SMB. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here with us today. Thank you. And if you want more of this, let me know so I can look for people to invite for an interview. CJ is the first. So thank you everyone. Thank you CJ again. Have a
Thank you,
great
thank
day.
you.
Thank
You
you
too.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.